Hi everybody, it's Kitty here, and today we're going to take a look at a Waycrest 20 I ran a couple nights ago. Now this one I've done a little bit differently, which you'll see here shortly, is that I've kind of edited out a lot of the dead spots, so it shouldn't be nearly as much dead area, because sometimes I lose my train of thought. But I do want to show the highlights so every trash pool is kind of full. We can see it. So we're going to start with pulling the first room. And we're going to immediately run out here to the first obelisk, which is Blob Guy. Blob Guy is going to have the eyes, so what we're going to do is jump down here. I get stuck, which is unfortunate. And then we're going to dodge volcanoes, and they should teleport the eyes down here because of the LOS. Get them killed, but the puddles drop in a terrible spot, which is unfortunate. I'm going to bubble for safety while we try and kill these down. Use blinding light there to try and interrupt some, save some damage for people. Yiffins I'm not going to be able to save. Which reminds me, I'm almost going to die here too. I haven't introduced our group. We got Ario, Pure Pearlescence, Elias, me, and Yiffins. All of these people are currently in my guild Beyond the Curve on the Area Peak US. And this is what we did after raid a couple nights ago. So, we've killed the thing, we're dragging it into the boss room. Skip that drag, it's a little bit boring. And here we go, we're going to come out of the portal, pull the trash on both sides of this room. Try not to get people stunned. Watch out for any volcanoes. We are volcanic, tyrannical, and teeming this week. Get it healed, topped up, and then we're going to run to the other side and do this right here. So pull it from a distance. Let me know for formatting if this is, in the future, if this is something I could probably cut out too. I could just kind of skip and say, hey, after into the first boss, we're going to pull both of these and then do the boss fight or something like that. I don't really know the best format. I don't necessarily want these to be full 30-minute long videos. They're harder to upload, take longer to do audio for a wide variety of reasons, and harder for people to pay attention to. But I do kind of want to show these off. So any advice there is much appreciated. But we're going to launch into the Witch's Triad boss. Massive amount of HPS required on the boss, so I'm actually holding wings until we get to the second. Our priest got mind controlled. He silenced me. He's kind of a dick. You know, not his fault or anything, but still. Okay, so Wings is coming out now because this is a ticking dot, and this is a great piece to get people up. And I should also have it for when the first Nettles comes out, which is going to be good. We are just making sure people keep up. They have nerfed the crap out of this bass, so it's not nearly as much of a DPS check as it used to be, but it is still a pretty stringent HPS check. Just a massive amount of damage goes out. Okay. So first Jack and Nose is going to be on me. I'm just going to bubble it off to start. While we keep people topped up. Second one's also going to be on me. And I'm just going to have to use potions because I'm still have forbearance and cannot lay on hands myself. It's fun stuff. It's kind of unlucky. Okay, target switched. Now, what they... I got CC'd again by our mind control. I'm going to lay on hands Eophan because I just don't want to risk it. I have wings coming up in 4 seconds here, which is good because I definitely need it. Okay. So Orb Dread keep moving. We got people's health up and recovered again, which is good. We gotta stay spread for this. And I got hit by a volcano because I'm bad. I'm just tunneling a bit on people's health. And she's jagged needling me again. But I have Bop. Forbearance is done. But we lived. First boss down. So I don't have much in the way of cooldown, so we have to kind of take this first pull a little bit slower. I'm going to use Sack because the witch is chunk. I'm getting stunned. Missed an interrupt there. Someone did. But that's okay. I just have to spam on him to keep him alive. These witches, it's the vine twisters, just do so much damage. And of course, another missed interrupt. I'm having a great start to this dungeon. So it's probably something I should have edited, but that's okay. So there's a little bit of a debate going on what we're going to pull here. And we're eventually going to put our big boy pants on and pull it. Okay, so back into this. Spread our glimmers out on our party members and on the mobs so we can get as much damage going as we can. We're going to use Devo here just to stem the bleeding a little bit. Just try and hopefully get something down pretty close to dead during the duration. And there we got to stand out of the candles because they put the etches down on the ground. And it's gonna be done. And so we're about to skip it right here. Didn't pull anything else, just kind of ran to the hallway. We got Witch pulled 2 and Big Packs. Gonna use Sack just to stay alive here, or just so my tank stays alive at least. It's gonna do damage to me. And more stuns. Probably should have bubbled that, but I didn't. Alright, move right. So, more damage here. Just kind of doing as much DPS as I can. What we want to do is we have 6 minutes on hero, and we want to be able to use hero on the tree boss. So what we're going to do is clear this trash out. And we're going to have our tank, Arya, who's going to go pick up a bunch of stuff. And I mean a bunch of stuff. So, time to use cooldowns. And pray for a Twilight Devastation, but I don't think I get one, to be honest. Unlock. Oh, there goes. Twilight Devastation. Look at that. My gear completely randomly procced and I did a lot of damage. I am so good at this game. You see, I looted a piece of gear that had a good RNG effect that I had no control over getting, and now I'm good at this game. That's not entirely true. I think I got it out of a 21 atoll, so I had to finish that. Not time it, but finish it. We're gonna use blinding light there to try and interrupt some stuff. Don't have cooldowns here, so just gonna keep it going. Still working our way through some of this trash. Killing the gorgers, spreading your glimmers. Kill these maggots, and then we're gonna do another big pull here. And so big pull goes here. I'm at LOS. Spoiler, it's not going to make a huge amount of difference because with that right there, I've pulled healer aggro, and yeah. Ran back. I had to use a light foot potion, but they had already killed it all. Back into this, pulls a little bit more. The second pull from there. Yay, Lightfoot Potion. I stole a bunch of Lightfoot Potions out of my guild bank because we're doing Carapace progress, and you got a Lightfoot Potion in phase 3 on Carapace. Sucks because you can't use a Battle Potion. But, juicy free Mythic Plus boost right there, since they're actually stocking them. And if anyone from my guild watches this, I'll probably get in trouble, but what are you gonna do? 3 minutes on Hero. We're gonna pull this one in the corner, but that place has a basement mobs underneath, and sometimes it aggro's with some glitches, so we're just gonna have the tank pull and move back here in the aggro. That's the reason for that. Worst Twilight Devastation ever. Just fucking whiffed all of them because he used chains. Dispel. You're gonna see me holding on to wings right now. I got with a vision proc, which made me question myself for a second. Even though we're about to pull all this, I'm gonna hold wings because this next boss just punishes tanks. So I'm holding on to wings and pretty much every other cooldown and praying that the tank is able to live. Okay. And at this point we have a Demon Hunter and a Shadow Priest to dispel if she gets the buff. And we've saved our cooldowns. And we're fucking golden. So, we're gonna pull into this boss. Skipped a little bit on people getting cooldowns. And this boss just punishes. He gets a stacking buff that makes him do more damage to the tank. Or just in general. And then if you put him on fire, he gets rid of the buff, but he does AoE damage. So wait for the fire, pop your wings, heal everybody else. But when the fire goes out, he sends these little red ghosts that chase the healer and do damage. So you have to kind of run away. But here we go. So now we're doing the second one. We're gonna pop Devo. You gotta just reduce the damage everyone takes. It's kind of unfortunate position for the Paladin to be in here, because you have to heal while not being the boss because of the little ghosties. So you don't get nearly as much HPS effectiveness as you did before. But we're back. And I'm just gonna do this. We'll have another one coming up soon enough. but we have no cooldowns. And so we clench our butts a little bit there. He didn't actually pop his cheat death there, which is interesting. He just got down to 1. Figured that out at the time. And he went to the fire when it was disappeared right when he got there. I had pre-bubbled and used wings, but so that I could stay there and keep holy shocking and not have to worry about the ghost. But it didn't end up working because the fire disappeared. So it was kind of a waste. And his cheat death actually popped right there at the end. So we've already pre-cleared this trash before we pulled that boss. So we run straight into here for Raw the Gluttonous. This guy just is a health fucking sponge. He has 41 million health, I think. Something like that. Yeah, throws stuff in corners, does giant, nasty, pestilent eruptions, puts crap on the ground you don't want to stand in, summons in servants to feed him that give him a buff. So, and spawns oozes that die. So that's Glutton. So we're gonna move out of this once it goes off. I must have. Oh, okay. Rotten Explosion didn't go off because of Shadow Meld, apparently, which is good. I didn't know that was a thing until just now. Kill the maggots, keep doing damage on him. This boss isn't particularly deadly except for a couple key parts where you have to run, dodge stuff on the floor, and if people don't stand and stuff, you typically are fine. If the maggots land on you and the tank doesn't pick them up, that can do some damage too. And so I get my butt saved by our priest. This is getting meleeed by the things. Didn't have bubble. Was getting gross. Probably should have just bought myself, but it doesn't matter now. More maggots on me. Fun times. So, with only 12% health or something like that, 15% health left. We should be over soon. Just gotta dodge our stuff on the ground. It really helps that we have an arms warrior doing 100k DPS on this fight. And we're in execute phase. So, that's nice, because he's just chunking them down. We'll do some pack in the hall here real quick. Snapping it on the table. I'm going to save wings for the next pull at this point because it's already pretty much dead. So, what happens here, you'll see very quickly, is that we're supposed to snap it there so that I couldn't do I skipped that too quickly. I was supposed to snap it on top of the table so it couldn't all focus somebody, but he struggled to get up on the snap point in time, so it all focused me and I died. I ran back, but they had already killed it because no healing needed once it snapped, for the most part. We went into the courtyard to do this obelisk, which is where we're here now. This is Ugaroth, the tank breaker of heroes, or tank buster. He does big ground pound circle, does damage. He has the slowy red things on the ground like you see in Carapace. They slow you. And he puts a debuff on the tank that increases the damage the tank takes. He's an all around great guy, but he hits your tank really, really hard. So you gotta punish him for that. So once he dies, we're going to take this next obelisk that was in that room. Now we have a Shadow Priest, so what I'm doing is expecting a Master Spell, because we kind of arranged that, but it doesn't come. But that's okay, which means now I'm going to expect it on the next one. I don't know why my Holy Avenger is on cooldown, but my Avenging Wrath isn't. I must have done something weird on the last pull. We're gonna DPS this guy down. We've killed the ads already. We just gotta worry about the fears. Then we're gonna pull a trash in the basement. And since we've killed the obelisk, we're not taking the obelisk down. We're gonna use invis pots. So we're pulling this trash right here. Gonna keep it nice and tight in the corner, so we'll pull the matron because she does a lot of damage. Witches still do damage. Gotta keep dispelling tank when you can, but they'll keep applying the debuff. So momentary respite. More important to dispel the other diseases than that. Move her out of the soul fetish. She's dead. We're gonna use invis potions to get down. Our tank jump down. We're gonna do big pull over this whole room. And Twilight Devastation is gonna come in and make me look like a hero. Because of the obelisk, I haven't had to use an invis bot for a long time, so that's why my bag is open, because I had to actually find one in my bag. It wasn't on my bars anymore. I'm not good at this game. That's okay. Once we pull this, again, trying not to use cooldowns because we're going to need them for Lord and Lady Waycrest. They hit the tank hard. Ends up being okay. Only one guy left at this point. We have a Demon Hunter that's doing 200k. And then we pull this. It does look like I died at the end of that, but I didn't, I promise. I looked at the video after that, because I was curious. Okay. So, we use land hands on pure just to make sure it's all good. I'm going to end up using wings right here to get some damage and make sure everyone stays topped. It should be up again by the time Lady Waycrest comes down. That's my logic. Nice vision proc. We gotta wait for him to get out of the way so I can dispel him. Dispel myself. Run out of the way. Okay. We've done a lot of damage to Lady Waycrest. I'm pretty sure she's coming down. Yep, there she goes. Got 18 seconds on wings, but I get a very fortuitous vision rock because Iron Jesus loves me. Even if real Jesus might not. I don't know. I'm not him. So put a glimmer on both so we can keep doing damage. It's already fallen off though. On Lord. There we go. Got it back. Dispels when we get them. You focus down Lord, then work on Lady. I got both cooldowns up, so no one's really at risk here for the time being. And once one goes down, it's fine. It's just that duration with the two of them up. So much damage goes out. I'm going to use that, give myself a nice personal defensive just to make sure everything's good. And she's down. So what we're going to do is we're going to stack up on top of that thing up there, so that they don't jump on anybody before he snaps them. And here they are. We're going to use Darkness. Melee's going to stand in. We use Darkness just to make sure. We did miss 2 on the pull for some reason. Doesn't really matter. So we'll just kill these 2 right here. And then work our way to the last boss. And we'll be good. Do love Twilight Devastation, even if it's a bullshit thing. Okay, so we got Gorktoll. Now we're doing this with the Spider Obelisk, so we just gotta make sure we use interrupts on there. And we're gonna use Hero on pull here. There we go. Should have used it on pull. Wait for the guy to die. I'm gonna put the fire out. We'll get the dispel. Missed an interrupt on her for some reason. Doesn't matter. Yiffins dies. We get the res. Get the fire on the guy. Pure gets the dispel on that for me. Pure gets the fire. This fight becomes easy once the spider boss dies. But you have to make sure you focus the little guys first, then the spider, then the actual boss. Okay, and spider's going down. So we just need to focus on the little guys. They keep stealing the fires from me because they're jerks, but that's okay. And at this point in time, we have somebody saying, there's literally no way we deplete this, which thankfully he's right, but fucking tempting karma. I don't approve. So we didn't get the fire fast enough, so I'm getting that one. Pure's getting that one. We're gonna make sure we burn it right now. We got caught up again. We're good. Just gotta work through 40% of this guy's health. %20 now. Um, so, gonna go grab the fire. Again, get behind it a little bit. I'm just gonna lay on hands there. No need to risk it. 18%. Focus the slaver. We got wings again. Everything's good. And ta-da, we timed it.